Welcome to the Aretuza Summit. This is going to be a 16-player bracket, 10 invited players that were invited from Team Aretuza, and then 6 more players that qualified from the Swiss bracket yesterday.
Yeah, it's going to be great to see who is actually better in this tournament today.
Yeah, the NA versus EU will never truly die, but we'll be able to maybe get some points scored one way or the other, and maybe get some grudge matches set up, too.
Yeah, and the idea with this position here makes a lot of sense. You assume that the Tasty Fae folk is going to be blocking the Nocturne, and you want to make sure this lifesteal is getting the least amount of value possible. So with this, it only lifesteals for 2. Rather, if the Nocturne at the very end, it would be lifestealing for 4. So this allows Lamparchi to get 2 extra damage in this way, which is critical when you're playing these aggressive lists. Okay, so that will be the swing in for Lethal. Our fairy friends are going to take this game away. Rattling Bones, unfortunately for him, his tournament series will be over, but still having a strong nonetheless, and Lamparchi will be continuing on in this bracket.
Yeah, and as we said before, still good enough for 4th place. That is in the prize money.
You can go for the risky warning shot here, but it's not guaranteed he hits.
Yeah, if the
Pirate.
Make It Rain goes like Nexus Double Raider.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Thinking about it, I respect this risk.
He goes for it,
Oh no!
and
What
it gets punished.
Pirate aggro, where if you are confident that you have the damage, then your own HP total stops mattering. You become immortal.
That's one way to look at it. A very optimistic way to look at it, but okay. Okay, I'll take it. On the board.
And another Jack the Winner top deck. This is the game of 5 drops, and the game is in the aggro matchup. The game is over at 5 mana.
Worst possible mulligans and draws that Lobster could have gotten, and I don't want to, sound anticlimactic, but I think this game is already over. And when you're in a bad position in a card game, you really have to start risking it more and more to try and find some kind of miracle out. And I think that's the position that Lobster might be in right now. And it was a close one. It looked like he was, out of it,
see
but
my face right now, but my jaw is dropped. I'm freaking out. The fervor. That decimate. The first decimate just said, I'm not going to play this gangplank. I don't care about your 18 damage on board or whatever. I'm going to just deal damage directly to your face.
An Ash sighting. Somebody started a fire because we finally found Ash.
Yay!
Yay! First pun of the broadcast. Wow. Zaichu is the mother of all ravenous flocks here. He is a real mother flocker, if you will.
Wow. And a very skilled player is able to hit every target you could ever dream of here.
Yeah, he sniped him. Just click head.
is that turn to whiff from Stan. I think at that point the game was, we're seeing it now. Obviously you can't call it so earlier. You have to have played this mirror many, many times, but it really did allow so much damage to sneak through to the point that we're seeing 19-6. I mean, it's a huge difference.
Fresh Lobster might be taking this L from the Captain Farron. What are you going to do here? You Ruination? It doesn't matter. What are you going to heal with? Doesn't matter. The decimates, and that's Captain Farron's voice line, isn't it? I will end this. Something of that nature. Heal, and you're also generating 2 cards.
This Vile Feast is actually going to save the game for Lobster. Could have been a very, very bad moment.
Let me see, it's half rounded up, so it would set Fresh Lobster down to 5. So dirty. Ledros does not care about our mortal mathematics.
As well, and this late into the game, you could expect one to be drawn already, but it's not there, and yeah, he wins the game because of that. So extremely risky play. Vengeance obviously couldn't counter because, like you said, the second Trinum is still there. If there was any flash freeze, Lobster would have won, but in the end, Stan does end up taking the game there with a risky, but a decision he had to make, I think, at that point.
And welcome back to the Aretuza Summit tournament. I am still Charmer, and I'm once again joined by Silverfuse as we get ready to take on the grand finals.
Even if there was a Fervor in hand that Fresh Lobster had been playing around, there's no way for a Fervor to do enough here.
Horribly, and obviously Gangplank is not what you were looking for, so Lobster will end up taking this down. But there was a moment where Stan was almost rewarded, and
I think your aggro player bias was just getting you there.
the good news is that we get to take another shot at this, right?
Yeah.
So congratulations, Fresh Lobster, you win the series, but Stan is not out of it. That's his first loss in a double elimination tournament. So the grand finals will continue. in another grand final.
Lobster probably thinking about maybe we'll have the aggro versus aggro again, but Stan's saying, hey, I want to take, I want to see if I can do the same thing that you just did to me. I'm going to do it to you this time, and I'm going to have the momentum. Yeah, and Fresh Lobster, unfortunately, not really having anything to fire back with it either. Nothing else to really develop. I mean, it has the Grenadier, but this doesn't feel good. It feels really bad. There's no way to get this barrel going off either. It's just a sad barrel that dies to an avalanche. All
Nonetheless, that is over. So great news for Stan. After losing 0-2 in the series, they start this one off with a nice victory. But again, this is the grand finals. Both players have lost at least once now in the event, so everything is on the line here. Sometimes you take a bunch of damage so that you can deal a bunch of damage next turn, and there's that risk involved, and it kind of gets you out of your comfort zone.
Decision. There's a lot of math going on behind there, calculating your future turns of how am I going to end this, and Fresh Lobster decides that the block is necessary there, going down to a little bit too much. Like, if he didn't take the block, he starts going to the zone of, well, I might just start dying from Decimates and Noxian Fervors a bit too quickly for my liking, and decides to take the block with that. Using the Parley onto the Zap here to ensure that you're doing 2 extra damage, and your Zap also gets in, so that's an extra 4 damage with this 1 mana card. So it misses, unfortunately, for Fresh Lobster, and that is a huge swing in how much damage is done this turn, with the Zap living versus not living, the 2 damage to the Nexus. I mean, that is quite disastrous for Fresh Lobster to miss the Make It Rain there.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to see your entire tournament decided by a Make It Rain, but that might be what we're actually staring at. At 11 health, there's just no way Lobster is going to be able to burn Stan out before he gets the chance to put that Decimate on the stat. And that's just heartbreaking. Like, if you're Fresh Lobster, you played very well all day. You just beat Stan 2-0 in the previous series to take it to this like double grand finals situation, and then to have it all come down to the targeting of a Make It Rain that you need to kill a keg of all things. It wasn't even like the most massive clutch unit, just I need this to kill a keg, and it couldn't get there.
And here will be the Decimate to seal the tournament for Stan.
Lobster does still walk away some money, right? Second place is still in the prize pool, so there is that, but congratulations to Stan. You hung in there. You didn't let that first series get in your mental game at all. You played well all the way throughout, and they're going to be our winner of the event. So
I have very close contact with Aretuza and the players in it, the content creators in it, and the team itself. So for those who don't know, just a quick, warning, I guess, or a shout out that they're going to be staying probably in Runeterra for a while. So get used to them. They're a very professional team that I work with on so many different tournaments and events, and it's an honor, I think, to be. I think casting with you has been great as well, and just to see these players playing so well, but also the organization of the tournament itself has been flawless.
Always, thank you once again, everybody, for joining us today for these exciting matches and at the Aretuza Summit. And a big shout out once again to XLNC Esports for setting up the broadcast with us.